Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is my review for May December. May December is a film directed by Todd Haynes, and it was making a lot of rounds in the festival circuit around a few months ago. It was getting a lot of really good positive reviews. It stars Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore, as well as Charles Melton, and it is fantastic. I mean, it's sort of labeled as a romance drama, but it is 100% not that. Like on its IMDb, it's classed as a romance drama, and that's what comes up when you first Google the movie. This is not that, and that's not what I was expecting either. I just thought that was funny. But yeah, so I got a chance to check out the movie. It just came out on Netflix, and it is fantastic. It's definitely in my top 10 of the year. I don't know if it quite reached top 5, but it's definitely in the top 10. It was fantastic. Now, the performances are fantastic. Natalie Portman continues to prove why she is one of the best working actresses today, as well as Julianne Moore. But this is definitely Natalie Portman's movie. I got to tell you, I mean, they definitely are sort of co-leads, I guess. But Natalie Portman is the star of the film. I mean, she is obviously the lead, top billed star of the movie, and Julianne Moore, honestly, she has like a lot less screen time than Natalie Portman. I would even say she might be in a support. She's not in the supporting role. She is a co-lead, but just Natalie Portman really, really shines in this film. And honestly, I'd be so surprised if these actresses are not nominated for Oscars. I mean, this is one of Natalie Portman's best performances ever. Like maybe since Black Swan have I not seen her be this terrific. But yeah, the film is so disgusting, right? I'm just gonna like it's the premise of it is disgusting, and it's sort of based on a true story of a 36-year-old who gets into a relationship with a 7th grader, which I didn't actually know the plot of the movie until I watched it. I knew it was about an actress sort of living with this, well, not living with her, but learning from this woman how to be her, to play her in a movie, but I didn't know who the woman was or what the context was. But it turns out that the context is she is a criminal who had a relationship and still has a relationship with someone who is much, 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 much younger, down to an illegal age. Like, down very far to an illegal age. He's 13, which is just disgusting. And I got to tell you, Charles Melton as Joe is also so fantastic in this film. He should get nominated for a supporting role. 100% he should be nominated in that category. He was fantastic. The way he carries himself and speaks and behaves is that of a 13-year-old boy. You know, he has those characteristics because obviously the trauma that he experienced when he was that young, it's stunted his mental growth. You know, he's stuck at that age, and you can tell the way he can't communicate things properly. That scene in the bedroom with Gracie, Julianne Moore's character, where he's saying to her, like he's trying to get out his feelings, and it's just like he can't do it, and it's just so painful to watch, and it's so heartbreaking. I mean, he's a victim. You know, he says in the film, everyone sees me like a victim, but like, I'm sorry, but buddy, you are a victim. And I gotta tell you, they made Julianne Moore's character Gracie was so fucking like hateable. The way she's such a manipulator. The way she says to him in that scene, she says like, "You pursued me, you seduced me, you were the boss, you were in charge." And that, by the way, is taken like directly from an interview with the original people who this is based off of. I mean, if you watch that interview, it's so creepy. She basically says the same thing. Who was in charge? Who was the boss? Who was the boss? And he's just like, like he's very uncomfortable, and she's very clearly in charge of this relationship, and it's a grooming relationship. I mean, even at this point, when the character is like, you know, he's aged, he's married to her, he has children with her, he's still in a way being groomed by her. You know, it's really disgusting to watch, but it's also it's brilliant. It's brilliantly disgusting the way it makes you feel those things, right? It was disgusting to watch, and I really felt for Joe, Charles Melton's character. You know, he's an actor who comes from Riverdale, and wow, what a surprise turn, because he is fantastic in this. He definitely should be nominated. But yeah, again, Natalie Portman was just so fantastic. The way she slowly transforms into Gracie is like, and it's not done in a cheesy way either, where it's like, oh, she's trying to become her. It's not done like that. It's done in a very brilliant, sort of very clever, smart way. The way she slightly mimics her movements, which you see when Gracie's daughter is trying on dresses for her graduation, and you like, we're looking at Gracie and Elizabeth through a mirror, and you see the way Gracie moves, and you see Elizabeth like mentally taking notes and moving like that and adjusting her hair like that, and it's just it was really, really, really brilliant to see Natalie Portman just be so like just smart, I guess. The way everything is so well thought out. The way she moves, the way she looks. She honestly is one of my favorite actresses. She's so fantastic in the way she was the way she was acting in this movie. It was just brilliant. Just her slight little movements, her little chuckles, or her smiles, or the way she would look at someone, was just, everything was so on point and had such a purpose. It was great. So I thought that was great. Also, her monologue at the end, which is reading out the letter that Gracie had written to Joe when he was in 7th grade and she was like 36. The way she reads that out and she adopts her lisp and her mannerisms, just like, that's not only a testament to the character itself being able to do that, of Elizabeth, but also Natalie Portman being able to directly mimic Julianne Moore's performance, which isn't just Julianne Moore being Julianne Moore. She's adding things to it. She's adding the lisp. She's adding those characteristics. You know, there's still bits of Julianne Moore in there, but you can really see her changing, herself and her personality up to really fit this character. And the way Natalie Portman is able to mimic Gracie in that way, she's mimicking Julianne's acting and her very specific styles, and it was just so fucking brilliant to watch. That whole scene is a masterclass in acting. Like, truly, it was fantastic. This film's dialogue is so clever. I love the way it plays out. I love the way that we sort of dig into even the psychology of Elizabeth's character, and the way she's sort of catches herself becoming like Gracie in some ways, where, like, there's an example, I saw this on Twitter, by the way, which was pointed out to me. I can't remember who said it, but the way the kid smiles at her when she's walking through the school to give that lesson in Gracie's daughter's class, the way the kid smiles at her and she smiles and she catches herself smiling, like she's slowly becoming, like, sort of coming into that mindset that Gracie has, And the way it was not funny, but there was a little funny moment where she was like looking at the audition tapes for children who were going to play, children who were going to play Joe in the film, and she was saying, "Oh, these kids aren't sexy enough." It's just, it was so icky, but it was also so brilliant. This is one of the best films of the year. It truly was such a ride, and so fucking gross and scary, and like, honestly, such a, I don't want to diminish it by saying gross, but like, obviously the concept of it is, not concept, but the situation of it is gross, but it is such a brilliant exploration as well of trauma and how these situations are, like, because a lot of the time you do see it where it's like the older man manipulating the younger women, and obviously that's not the case a lot of the times. Obviously, majority of the times it is, but this still happens, and it's really interesting to dive into the psychology of that and what that would be like, and I guess what that is like in the true story in the future, where he's had these children with her, he has a family with her, he can't leave at this point, and it's such an interesting dynamic where he loves his children, but he also deep down hates his fucking wife. But anyway, because obviously, justifiably, 100%, she should be in jail still. But anyway, this film was great. I loved it. It definitely should win some Oscars. It was definitely one of the best films of the year. I truly loved it. So yeah, go check out May December. It's a masterclass in acting. It's a masterclass in writing, the screenplay, the music, the cinematography is all beautiful. I loved it. I really loved it. So yeah, that's it for my review of May December. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Did you enjoy this movie if you've seen it? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know your thoughts. Overall, I would really interested to know what you guys think. Also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it and really help me out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.